How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Uh, hey, Tiff, stop. How are you? No, just a second. Tiff, stop requesting to be in my screen. You want to talk to me? Book a session. How are you? How old are you?
I'm 28.
28. All right. Let's go ahead and woosah. Are you down for training day? What's going on? Or do you have a question?
Oh, well, both. And I'm down for training because I didn't come from a family that was married.
Okay.
My mom wasn't married or anything. I mean, she knew how to be a woman because her mom taught her because her mom was married, but
Okay.
my mom wasn't, so I don't really know.
I mean, do you have any siblings?
I don't. I'm my mom's only child.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Only child syndrome. What state do you live in?
New York.
New York City?
Yeah, downtown Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, and I'll be in Brooklyn later on this week.
Oh, dope. I'll be somewhere in the sky, probably.
No, I said I'll be in Brooklyn later this week.
No, I'm saying that's cool for you. I won't be here.
Yeah. That's business. But okay. Any children?
No, I don't have kids yet.
Okay. Why do you want to be married?
Why do I want to be married? I think that's every little girl's dream, I guess. I want the family. Like I said, I didn't come from a married home. So I want the kids. I've always, since I was younger, like I want my kids to be full siblings. Like I don't want any separation. I want the family to be a family. I want us to build together. I always wanted to be the wife and feel like a woman. I'm sorry?
Did you go to college?
I did.
Okay. So what does a successful look like? What does a successful life for a woman like yourself look like?
Dang, that's a good question because I really don't know. I guess just happiness, love. You can get success anywhere. I don't know why people always think it's associated with school only. There's other ways to be successful. So I don't know.
Did you go to college?
I did. I only got my associates though.
Okay. How tall are you?
I'm 5 feet.
Dress size?
What?
Dress size?
I'm a 6 or a 4. It depends on the dress.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
130.
Okay. Would you be surprised if I told you that when I asked you about why you wanted to be married, you mentioned nothing about a man?
That is a man. I said build with a family. That's having a man.
Check that shit. Check that shit. I want you guys to understand how y'all all talk about she's cute and all this other shit. I want you to understand how quickly she switched. Go back in the video and look at the expression on her face.
No, I didn't even notice the comments. But
don't worry about that. Here's what I need you to do. Turn off your comments and let's have the conversation.
I don't have the comments on.
Okay, cool. Okay, but what I'm saying is, let's take a step back.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been watching my content?
I just started like earlier in January.
Okay. Would you say that I listen and hear things pretty well?
Yes.
Okay. So if I said that I asked you about a marriage and you didn't say one thing about a man, why would your reaction be,
Because when I said that I wanted to build with someone and not want a separate home, I would think that implies that I want the man, the backbone there.
Implication?
Sorry.
The implication. I asked you what does successful look like, a life look like. You said love and a bunch of other feelings. And then you said, I don't know why people say you need education. In both of those things, I asked those questions looking for, and I had my radar set to ding when I heard man.
Okay.
And it didn't ding.
Got it.
So if that's what, okay. So how long is your longest relationship?
I think it was 5 years.
5 years? 5 years long?
Yeah,
How long ago? How long ago did it end?
2 years ago.
And which one of you ended it?
Me.
Why?
I didn't want to be in it.
Why?
Uh, it's a long story, but
No,
I just
make it
wasn't.
make it
I
make
wasn't
it quick.
feeling it.
You weren't feeling it.
Like I wasn't happy. It wasn't it. He didn't bring out my happiness, or we didn't just match. I don't know. It wasn't it. It wasn't what I was looking for at the moment.
5 years?
Hmm.
How'd you end it?
Um, I just told him that it's not working, just like that.
How'd you end it? You were just at how you were at the house? You were at dinner? What happened? How'd you end it?
Oh, we were in my car, and I just told him that I don't think it's
You were
best.
driving?
Yeah,
You were driving.
yeah,
And he was in your passenger seat?
yes.
Where were you guys going?
I was dropping him off at work.
So, did you tell him this in the parking lot?
No, while I was at a red light,
About how far from work?
probably like, I don't know. That was 2 years ago. I honestly don't remember.
It was a 5-year relationship.
I know, but I have selective memory. So probably like, wasn't that far. Probably like another 10, 15 minutes to his job.
10, 15 minutes in traffic?
Yes. Well, New York streets.
Mm-hmm. Where do you work?
He worked at the mall.
So, and you were leaving your apartment?
Yeah. I just thought we would be better as friends while we both.
Okay, so I want you guys to understand something. What did I say? That in neither of the two scenarios did she mention a man, and she barked at me. I want you guys to remember that. And like I said Monday night, I asked the question, what does a successful life look like for a woman like yourself? And she started talking about the feelings thing. The relationship, I said, you need to start asking women how their relationships end. And I want you guys to understand, this one was in a 5-year relationship, and she ended in a cold, callous way. The man was on.
Sorry. Okay.
You think it's appropriate for a 5-year relationship to be driving somebody to French toast ass work, and they got to have that on their mind while they're at work? See, I told you modern women are cowards. They don't deal with conflict, and when they're done with you, they get rid of you. That's what I said today. Know when to run, know when to walk, and when to run. That video is on this channel and on YouTube. I don't just talk. And then I said, well, tell me the details. Oh, that was 2 years ago. I guarantee you he remembers what the hell you did to him. Bet you that. I bet you that. And I'm going to tell you something. Any man who's worth his salt that will look for a wife is going to ask you these questions too.
Okay, and I can be able to tell them the full story about it. But
No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you
What?
can't. Because soon as, well, you think you can. Why would they sit here and listen to this shit? 5-year relationship for a 28-year-old woman, and you just on the way to work. I told them, dude, 10 minutes outside of work, this just ain't gonna work. Peace out.
I didn't do it like that though.
Oh, okay.
You're making me sound like I did it.
Ma'am,
Like,
I asked you how you did it. Ma'am, I asked you how you did it.
I can't.
You said it was
understand
2
that.
years ago. I want you guys to understand that this is how serious this is how little they care. I have selective memory. This is the man she spent 5 years with. Y'all had sex, right?
Yeah.
Right. So he was all up inside your body.
Mm-hmm.
But when you were leaving him, you didn't even give him the dignity of say, thank you for spending 5 years with me. You
We're
didn't
still
sit him.
friends.
He's probably a sucker.
No,
Because he was in your car. Let me tell you something. Any
Okay.
man that would let you drive him to work and he's going to the mall, where were you working at?
I was a flight attendant.
Mm-hmm. Any man that would be in this position is already a beta. And if he's still your friend, he is damn sure a beta. When he left work, he should have blocked your ass because that was cold. And I want you to understand, this woman is sitting here trying to make it seem like we don't hear what we hear, guys. And so when y'all in the comment section, she's cute and she's cute. I told you, you better watch these cute girls. Man, you said I'm making it sound like what? I asked you, how'd you do it?
There's history though. It's not like it just happened overnight. It was accumulating. There was things that he did.
Of course it did, but ma'am, is there, ma'am, would you want somebody to end a relationship with your daughter that way? Regardless as to the history, a 5-year relationship, would you want somebody to be in the car knowing they got to go to work? There was no conversation to be had. He had to get the fuck out of the car. He had to move on. He had to be at work, man. He had to clock in. And see, that's what I mean. This conflict avoiding cowardice shit. I said, when women are done with you, she knew, well, I'm not going to tell him the night before so we can talk about it. I'm going to wait till we're 10, 15 minutes away. Oh, well, about 10 minutes away. Oh, by the way, this ain't working no more. Thanks.
It didn't go down like that. We started talking in the car, and then it came up, and it happened.
It happened. It happened. That's why I have zero sympathy for these modern savages.
Oh, God. I wish I was a savage.
Uh-huh. Well, that doesn't really sound too. Okay, of course they don't think. Okay, ma'am. Of course, and then here comes the. Well, you don't understand when I got to, ma'am. I don't have to. You did stuff. He did stuff.
I did nothing. He did stuff.
Bullshit. You're human.
Swear.
You know what? Maybe you're not. She's right. She might not be. Because I want you guys to understand.
With me? Like,
I'm not talking. I'm talking through you because you don't even know how fucked up this sounds to a man. Because you guys all seem to. The way he's always seen. It was him, not me. You were in a relationship 5 years. You did nothing wrong. It was all him, not me. So on and so forth, and that's cool. I want you ladies to understand that we as men, every time we meet one of you, it is always almost 100% of you, your exes are pieces that are just not good. I have never, ever in my life met a woman who said it was me. Men, in the comment section when this video is over, how many men met a woman who said out of her mouth, first off the rip, I was the reason this is a problem. If that's the truth, write 362 in the comment section. If you had a woman that said right out of her mouth, that was me, write 362. Man, I got no dog in this fight. I'm telling you what I hear. Is it hard to listen to?
No, it's not.
So if a man ask you how your relationship ends, because I'm gonna ask you a simple question. How do you think your ex experienced dating you? If you asked him who said you for dating you was blank.
It was how it was dating me. Interesting, I guess. I mean, I have my flaws. I'm spoiled.
Well, but 5 minutes ago you said you didn't do anything. Now you said it was just me.
I didn't do anything to like. I didn't do anything that was like, she's I don't know, cheating or she's
right. So you never hurt him. So you never hurt him. You didn't hurt him at all, right?
I don't think so. I can ask him.
Okay. No. So in 5 years, you never hurt him. He only hurt you.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, he felt insecure. That's like his thing. You know, I don't think I gave him reasons to feel
self-awareness. Well, I think it's rather interesting that you say we all got our things, but in 5 years, you never hurt him, but he only hurt you. Okay. Would you say you have healthy self-esteem?
Me?
Hmm.
No, it flip flops. I could be in. I can have low self esteem at times, and then I could just be chubby.
In general, would you say your self-esteem is no, average, above average, below average?
I think I might be average.
Okay. Then in 5 years, somebody with average self-esteem would not stay with somebody who's hurting them.
I was easily. Um, I don't want to say manipulated
Here
and
comes
guilt.
the victim shit again.
No, it's not.
You can't make this shit up.
No,
Ma'am, you're gonna be
it's
famous. You keep this up, you're gonna be
man.
famous.
You make me want to say the whole story because it's a fucked up story. Like,
Hmm.
but
Three sides to a story: yours, his, and the truth.
I know, and I
And I don't.
got
And I,
deep.
ma'am,
But
yeah. You also got, ma'am. I just asked you how we got here. Is I asked you why you want to be married, what successful relationship look like, and then I asked you how long was your relationship, and how it ended. I didn't put us here. I'm just asking you. And this is what's going to happen on the dating market, especially if you want to date a man that's got any sense of value of, do you want children? You said
I
you want kids. How many kids you want?
probably four.
Four. Four. Um, do you want your kids to be able to go to college if they want to?
Yes,
You want to be able to travel nationally, and domestically and internationally with your family?
I do.
Um, do you want to, after you're married, do you want to have to work to pay significant bills when you're pregnant?
Um, I love my job.
Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills when you're pregnant, married?
No, I want.
Okay.
I
What
want.
percentage of the overall family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime? Meaning it doesn't vary. You must pay this for a lifetime for four children, you and your husband. What percentage of overall family financial load?
That's a good question.
I know.
Uh, I'll say like 20 to 30%.
30% means if you start working for any reason, the family's in serious financial jeopardy almost immediately.
Really?
You cannot, ma'am, could you survive a 30% pay cut at your current standard of living? Then thank you. All right. So 20 to 30%, you're in serious jeopardy.
So what about two kids? The
No.
same thing?
No. I asked you what percentage of the overall family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for? That's the question that's on the table.
Okay.
What percentage?
I just told you.
No, 30. So if you stop working, the family's at risk.
But
If you stop working, the family's at risk.
okay.
Ma'am,
So
it's
what? It has
math.
to be
It's
50.
math. I asked you. No, I'm asking you.
Well,
If it
you
goes
know more
higher,
than I do.
well, yeah. And this is about math. If it goes higher, there's more risk if you stop. See, right now, if you never get married, what percentage of your financial load are you going to have to be responsible for a lifetime?
100%.
Right. So you got that. That's a simple concept. So if you're married with kids, four kids, what percentage of that do you want to have to be responsible for? More than 30? That means you're going to be more responsible. Or you'll be responsible for less than 30. That means your husband will
Oh,
be more responsible.
I don't want to put all the burden on him, but I guess like 20%, 10%, 0%.
Yeah. Okay. And what kind of income do you think you're going to need to live in Brooklyn or New York City?
I don't want to stay here. I want to get out of New York.
Where do you want to live?
I don't know, somewhere in the South on a farm, I guess.
Have you ever lived outside of New York City?
Yes, I have.
Where?
I lived in Farmington, Connecticut. I lived in Albany, Binghamton, and Fort Lauderdale.
Uh-huh. How much money is your husband? How much family income are you going to need to have on an annual basis to support four kids?
I never did the
You and your
math. I
husband.
don't have kids, and I'm not
See, that's the
married.
problem. Well, see, that's the fucking problem now, ain't it? So if you're gonna
It
have
is.
this flippant attitude, man, do me a favor, okay? I'm gonna give you
I
about a
came
couple
on
of.
here so you could
I'm gonna
tell
give you a few
me.
sec. I'm gonna give you a few seconds to kind of ramp it down because you don't want to go there. I'm having a conversation with you. I'm trying to show you something.
I'm trying to learn.
Okay, well then you said you never thought about it, so it's time to think about it because you
Mhm.
said this is what you want. Okay, So I'm asking about how much money do you think you're going to need to, as a family, annually to support 4 kids, you, your husband, and the kind of lifestyle you want that you would envision for yourself?
For me to bring in, like,
No.
the
Just your
family.
husband. Yeah.
Oh, my husband.
Just overall, altogether, 4 kids, you and your husband.
I'm not good with money, so it's like 200,000
How much? You
here.
said you got an associates. You live in
Yeah,
Brooklyn. How much is your rent right now?
it's a lot.
How much is your rent right now?
23.
2,300. So that's roughly almost $30,000 a year. That's for one person in a sugar shack in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had 2 people, if you just multiply rent, that's 4,600. So that's 60,000 right there, just in 2 apartments. You're gonna put 4 kids in that. They're gonna need substantially more than $200,000.
I need more than that.
Yeah,
See, that's why I need a husband so he can know all
yeah.
the.
But how much? Okay, yeah. But how much is your husband gonna have to make because you're only supporting about 10% of this? How much is he gonna need to make annually to have 4 kids that can go to college if you want to, that can travel nationally or internationally?
He has to be a millionaire.
Damn near.
Okay, see, damn.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess
Because see, this is a funny thing. They don't think about the numbers because women in places they don't want to admit, they don't expect to pay. They think because they have a vagina, that balance is $1 million.
well, can I say
Go
something?
ahead. I said women. I didn't say you.
I
I said
know.
women.
Well, because what I envisioned was like my job will go into like things like, so he'll pay like the basic bill
What your associates is in what?
is in theater.
A bullshit degree. So your
Yeah,
job ain't gonna pay nothing. See,
I'm
remember
going to
when
pilot school.
Unmarriable, the actress, the creatives, the Unmarriables.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to pilot
Because,
school,
but no,
so
but
I
ma'am,
want
it
it.
doesn't matter. You don't want. It doesn't matter what you make. You don't want to contribute more than 10% to the family.
No, I mean like I want my
So
my job money to go into the
at the
household.
day, ma'am, 4 children,
Okay.
4 children. What job are you going to have? Who's going to be raising these 4 kids? You can't have a job and 4 kids and not a substantial job. So to have you want your children, upper class children, are roughly 485,000, 500,000. You want $2 million worth of kids. If you live in Connecticut, hell, if you lived in Atlanta, it will run you about 350,000. So with another kid, you're talking about 400,000. If you're talking about New York City, about 850. What kind of professions would a man need to make? What kind of profession would a man need to have to earn $750,000 or more legally? These are all reasonable questions.
Is it like a doctor, lawyers,
What kind of doctor?
surgeons, heart surgeons probably?
Cardiac surgeons? Okay, go ahead.
I know, like, I don't know. I know what I'm going to school for. So, but
Ma'am, that's fine. But if you want to have this man sometime, don't you think you need to be able to identify it? Don't you think you
when
might
I
need to be,
you
man,
cut off, I'm sorry, you cut off.
don't you think you might need to be able to kind of identify who this man is and what he does to kind of, that's important.
Yeah,
So a cardiac surgeon, what else?
I said a lawyer. Is a lawyer
What
no
kind of
good?
attorney? No, attorneys, what kind of attorneys?
It's criminal. Can a criminal? I don't know. I never looked in. Like these are good questions.
But you're now, just for memory's sake, you'll be 29 and when?
In 2 months.
So you're almost 30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And from a standpoint of thinking about a spouse for the life you said you want, because you've always wanted to be a wife and family and all these things, because the things you said, as far as serious thought, you put in, based on
None.
this conversation, nothing. So you just expect it to happen? You've done no planning. So it's like going to college and just taking a bunch of courses and then expecting to become an engineer or anything. It doesn't match. Can a man go through life like this and get the outcomes you're talking about, meaning he wants a wife and 4 kids? Because he has to pay for it.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Can a man go through life like this?
No,
Okay.
I don't
so-
think anyone can, because obviously it's not working for
Well,
women.
women can. Women, obviously, women can, because just like you and the previous woman, most women think this is just going to happen because you're good people. But
I never thought you had to plan to meet someone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so again, it's just supposed to happen. It's supposed to happen to meet a man who can afford for you to be a stay-at-home wife with a possible side business. It doesn't matter, man. At the end of the day, you only want to pay 10% of the bills. So it doesn't matter if you're a stay-at-home millionaire that don't want to pay any bills. He has to pay for the lifestyle. College. You want your kids to go to college. That means that man has to have
no, he
his
doesn't
life.
have to pay for the kids' college by himself. I was talking about like bills, like the house.
How are you going to pay for college if you can't even pay part of the, if you want to pay 10%? How are you going to pay for college?
In the kids' stuff.
Excuse me?
I thought you were only talking about like home